Hey everybody, welcome back to Inside Indiana Overtime. Alice McCarthy, Seth here at Franklin Hall on Indiana's campus. We were just at a watch party with a number of students, and they leave tonight in probably a kind of weird mood because Indiana gets its first road game of the season, beating Penn State on a buzzer beater from James Blackmon, 78-75. But maybe the bigger story is OG Anunoby sustained a knee injury at the end of the first half, non-contact injury, and obviously those are always kind of, your first thought is ACL, MCL, something serious. There's nothing out yet. I mean, I assume something maybe Tom Crean will give an update after the game, but he obviously did not return. But
there were as many cheers for the win at the end of the game as there were sighs of relief.
Right, yeah, because Indiana, for those of you who remember the 2014 game against Penn State in Bloomington, where Indiana blew a 12-point lead in the last 3.5 minutes, it felt very similar to that tonight. Indiana was up by as many as 14 in the second half, and then Penn State comes back.
And Indiana was up 8 with 1:18 to go, and Penn State tied it up with 4 seconds.
Yeah, and then Blackmon rattled in a 3 at the buzzer, and just kind of wiped out the second half that was just hideous at times for Indiana.
Yeah, in the second half they had 12 turnovers. They shot just over 30% from 3, and it was 25% until the buzzer beater. And they didn't make a single free throw the entire half. They didn't even get to the free throw line until there was less than a minute to go. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was just a sloppy half, and really for both teams. I mean, Penn State didn't do themselves any favors for most of the half.
Yeah, and Tom Crean has been very vocal about his frustration with officiating recently, and I'm sure that second half is going to just fuel his frustration even more because, like you said, I mean, Indiana didn't shoot a free throw until the final minute. There was only one Penn State foul for, I think, like the first 15 minutes or so of the second half. Meanwhile, Indiana was called for a bunch. So that was certainly a storyline, but with Anunoby going down, with Juwan Morgan out for the game with a foot injury,
Deron Davis had an injury.
Yeah, Deron Davis was injured for a time, but Thomas Bryant maybe got off to kind of a little bit of a slow start, didn't get a rebound for the first, most of the first half, but then really came out in the second half and was maybe Indiana's most important player tonight.
Yeah, with Anunoby out and no Juwan Morgan, Bryant stepped up in the time of need for his team. I mean, he finished with 17 points, 7 of 10 shooting, and you could really, there are some games that Bryant has where he kind of quietly puts up big numbers. He put the team on his back tonight. He was in full control of this game, and it was clutch. I mean, 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 of those rebounds were in the second half. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, especially after Anunoby went down, he really stepped up.
Right, and maybe that's kind of what Thomas Bryant, what he needed, is just to kind of have his back against the wall and be forced to make a play. He played 32 minutes, I think, tonight, and just really made the most of them. And like you said, I mean, he was there all the time in the second half. 3 IU players finished with 17 points. Johnson and Blackmon also had 17, along with Bryant. I mean, it was just kind of the freshmen played a really key role in the first half, I thought, as Indiana was starting to take control of the game. So there's certainly a lot of positives to take out of this as well.
Yeah, that said, there's plenty of negatives still. I mean, with the injuries, the turnovers were a problem again. I mean, I was about to say before you went to the freshmen that Thomas Bryant had 5 turnovers tonight, and
IU had 17.
17 as a team. I mean, anytime you start, it's so weird. Anytime Indiana's trending in the right direction with turnovers, and it looks like they might be starting to care about the ball again, they do this.
Yeah. I mean, Indiana was dominant in the turnover battle the other day against Rutgers, but then today, especially in the second half, there were just some outrageous turnovers. Tom Crean would probably call them ridiculous. He's been calling a lot of turnovers ridiculous this year. But I mean, just plays where you're trying to inbound the ball, or plays where you just drive into traffic. I mean, Thomas Bryant on the second to last possession, for as good as he was all night. On the second to last possession of the game for Indiana when IU was up 2, he gets the ball on the wing and just kind of holds it for a while and then drives in and gets stripped, and then that led to Lamar Stevens getting fouled and making 2 free throws on the other end. So there.
And also in that last minute, there was a bad one where McRoberts was inbounding the ball and just threw it to nobody. He threw it to a white jersey.
Yeah. It was. It was kind of unbelievable there at the end with Indiana's collapse. And if it had gone to overtime, I mean, it might have gotten even uglier. But James Blackmon bailed him out. That's kind of his thing. It's just like get in the ball and he'll figure out a way to score. Indiana escapes State College with a win. It's first road win of the season. First road win, obviously a Big Ten play, and gets Indiana back to 500, I think, in conference play. So I mean it's a big win. We'll see.
It'll be a costly win.
Yeah, we'll see what the ramifications are down the road of Anunoby. If Deron Davis is going to be 100% heading forward. Lots of question marks coming out of this game, but Indiana, got the win that it needed. So that's about it. I mean, we'll see what happens with Anunoby. We'll see what happens with all of that. But for now, that's about all we've got. Indiana is back here in Bloomington on Saturday to face Michigan State. 4 o'clock, I think, is the tip-off. And we'll be there for that. But until then, for Seth Tao, I'm Alex McCarthy. Thanks for watching, and have a good rest of your week.